Commander Jake Morrison watched from his ship's bridge as the sky turned dark with alien ships. He had never seen anything like it before. The alien vessels came down from space like angry birds, their metal bodies shining in the sunlight. They were not here to talk. They were here to destroy. The aliens called themselves the Zephyrian Empire. Nobody on Earth had ever heard of them before today. They just appeared in the sky one morning and started shooting. Their weapons were powerful. Human cities burned under their attack. Buildings fell down like cards. People ran in the streets, screaming and crying. Commander Morrison tried to fight back with his ship, but it was like throwing rocks at a tank. The alien ships had shields that made human weapons useless. His missiles bounced off them like toys. His laser guns did nothing. He watched helplessly as the aliens destroyed everything around him. In Washington, General Peter Hayes sat in his underground office, looking at reports from around the world. Every report said the same thing. The aliens were winning. They were winning everywhere. London was burning. Tokyo was in ruins. Moscow had gone silent. The aliens had better weapons, better ships, and better everything. "Sir, we lost contact with Los Angeles," said his assistant, a young woman named Mary Clark. General Hayes closed his eyes. Los Angeles was the 5th major city they had lost today. How many people lived there? 4 million? 5 million? All gone now. Dr. Amanda Fox worked in her secret lab under the ground in Boston. She was a smart woman who studied alien technology. When the first alien ship crashed 3 days ago, they brought the pieces to her. She had been working day and night to understand how their technology worked. "The power source is different," she told her team. "It uses energy waves that we have never seen before. But maybe we can stop these waves. Maybe we can turn off their power." Her team was small now. Many scientists had died when the aliens attacked the universities. But the ones who were left worked hard. They knew that Earth needed them to find an answer. Captain Steve Miller flew his fighter jet through the smoke above New York City. He was one of the last pilots still fighting. Most of the Air Force was destroyed on the first day. The aliens had attacked all the military bases at the same time. They knew exactly where to hit. His radio crackled with voices from other pilots. "Steve, I'm hit. My engine is on fire. Get out, Tom. Jump," Steve shouted back, but Tom's plane exploded before he could escape. Steve watched his friend die. He felt angry and sad at the same time. So many good people were dying. So many friends were gone. The aliens did not just destroy buildings, they took people too. Big ships landed in cities and alien soldiers came out. They wore heavy armor and carried weapons that could kill a person with one shot. They took humans away in their ships. Nobody knew where they went or what happened to them. Ambassador Lisa Grant stood in front of the Galactic Council on a space station far from Earth. She had traveled there to ask for help. The council was made up of different alien species from across the galaxy. They were supposed to keep peace between worlds. "Please," she said to them. "My people are dying. We need your help to stop the Zephyrians." But the aliens in the council just looked at her with cold eyes. Some looked like giant bugs. Others looked like walking plants. A few looked almost human, but with strange skin colors. "This is not our problem," said one alien with blue skin. "Earth is not part of our council. We cannot interfere in local conflicts." Local conflict? Lisa could not believe what she was hearing. "They are killing millions of innocent people. The Zephyrians have the right to expand their territory," said another alien. "This is how the galaxy works. The strong take from the weak." Lisa felt her heart break. Earth was alone. No one would help them. Back on Earth, the situation got worse every day. The aliens built bases in the destroyed cities. They set up strange machines that sucked resources from the ground. They were not just invading Earth. They were stealing everything valuable from the planet. In a small town in Texas, farmer Bill Johnson watched alien ships land in his fields. Alien soldiers came out and started digging. They did not care about his crops or his cattle. They just took what they wanted. Bill grabbed his hunting rifle. It was an old gun, but it was all he had. He shot at the aliens, but his bullets bounced off their armor like raindrops. One alien soldier turned and looked at him. Then it raised its weapon and fired. Bill's house exploded. His wife and children were inside. Stories like this happened all over Earth. The aliens did not care about human life. To them, humans were just insects to be stepped on. But something was changing in the hearts of the human survivors. The fear was turning into anger. The sadness was becoming rage. People who had never held a weapon before were learning to fight. Children who had lost their parents were joining resistance groups. Dr. Amanda Fox made an important discovery. She found that the alien power systems had a weakness. They used a special frequency that could be jammed. If humans could build the right equipment, they could turn off alien shields and weapons. "This is it," she told General Hayes over a secure video call. "This is how we can fight back." General Hayes looked at the data she sent him. For the first time in weeks, he smiled. "How long do you need to build these jamming devices?" "Give me 2 weeks and all the resources you can find," Dr. Fox said. "You have whatever you need," General Hayes replied. As the 3rd month of the invasion began, something was stirring in the human spirit. The aliens thought they had broken humanity. They thought Earth would surrender soon, but they did not understand humans very well. Humans had a special quality that the aliens had never seen before. When pushed to the edge, when everything seemed lost, humans did not give up. Instead, they became dangerous. They became creative. They became ruthless. The aliens were about to learn that attacking Earth was the biggest mistake they had ever made. 2 weeks after Dr. Amanda Fox made her discovery, everything changed. She had worked day and night with her team to build the first jamming devices. They looked like simple radio transmitters, but they could do something amazing. They could turn off alien shields and weapons. Colonel Rick Turner ran a secret military base deep underground in Nevada. He had been preparing for alien contact for 20 years, but he never thought it would be like this. His base was full of experimental weapons and hidden technology that most people did not know existed. "Dr. Fox," he said over the video call, "are you sure these devices will work?" Dr. Fox looked tired but excited. "I tested them on the alien equipment we captured. Their shields disappeared in seconds. Their weapons stopped working completely." "Good." Colonel Turner smiled for the first time in months. "It's time to fight back." The first test happened in Chicago. The city was mostly destroyed, but alien soldiers still patrolled the ruins. Captain Jenny Walsh led a small team of soldiers into the city at night. They carried the new jamming devices in backpacks. Jenny was a tough woman who had lost her family in the first week of the invasion. She wanted revenge. Her team felt the same way. They all had personal reasons to hate. The aliens. They found an alien patrol near what used to be the Willis Tower. There were 6 alien soldiers walking through the rubble. Their armor glowed with energy shields. Their weapons hummed with power. "Turn on the jammers," Jenny whispered into her radio. Her soldiers switched on the devices. Immediately, the alien shields flickered and went dark. Their weapons stopped glowing. The aliens looked confused and scared. "Now!" Jenny shouted. Her team opened fire with regular human weapons. The bullets that had bounced off alien armor for months now went straight through. The aliens fell down one by one. They died, just like any other living thing when shot. Jenny felt a wild joy in her heart. Finally, humans could hurt their enemies. News of the victory spread quickly through secret military channels. General Peter Hayes coordinated strikes all over the world. In Australia, a group of farmers used the jammers to destroy an alien mining operation. In Canada, resistance fighters took back a small town. But the biggest success came from Lieutenant Mike Chen. He was a pilot who had lost his squadron in the early days of the war. Now he flew alone in a modified fighter jet. General Hayes gave him a special mission. "There's a big alien ship above Los Angeles," General Hayes told him. "It's their command center for the whole western United States. Can you destroy it?" Mike looked at the huge ship through his cockpit window. It was 10 times bigger than any human ship. But now he had jammers installed in his fighter jet. "I'll give it a try, sir," Mike said. He flew his jet straight at the alien ship. The ship's weapons fired at him, but when he turned on his jammers, the weapons stopped working. The ship's shields disappeared. Mike fired all his missiles into the ship's hull. The alien ship started to fall from the sky. It crashed into the ocean with a huge explosion. The fireball was so bright that people could see it from space. It was the first time humans had destroyed a major alien ship. Dr. Amanda Fox was not finished with her discoveries. She studied more alien technology and found something even better. She learned how alien biology worked. She found that their bodies were weak against certain types of energy. "We can build weapons that will kill them instantly," she told General Hayes. "Not just turn off their equipment, but actually hurt their bodies." General Hayes thought about this. "How long to build these weapons?" "1 month, Dr. Fox said, "but I need more resources, and I need alien test subjects." General Hayes understood what she meant. They needed to capture aliens alive to test the weapons on them. This was something that would have seemed horrible before the invasion, but now, after seeing what the aliens did to human cities, it seemed necessary. Captain Steve Miller got new orders. Instead of just fighting alien ships, he was supposed to capture alien pilots alive. This was much harder than killing them, but Steve was a good pilot. He found an alien fighter jet flying alone above the ruins of Denver. He used his jammers to turn off its engines. The alien ship crashed in a field outside the city. Steve landed nearby and found the alien pilot crawling out of the wreck. The alien looked like a large insect with 4 arms and gray skin. It was hurt, but still alive. Steve tied it up and brought it to Dr. Fox's laboratory. Dr. Fox tested her new weapons on the alien prisoner. The results were better than she hoped. The energy weapons caused the alien to die in seconds. But more importantly, she learned how to make the weapons even stronger. Word spread among the resistance groups around the world. Humans were not just surviving anymore. They were winning. But something else was happening too. The anger and hatred in human hearts was growing stronger. Before the invasion, humans followed rules about war. They tried to protect innocent people. They treated prisoners well. They avoided causing unnecessary suffering. But the aliens had shown no mercy to humans. They had killed children and destroyed hospitals. They had taken people away to unknown fates. They had tried to wipe out the entire human race. Now humans started to think differently. Why should they show mercy to aliens who showed none to them? Why should they follow rules that the aliens ignored? Commander Jake Morrison received new orders from his superiors. These orders told him to do things that would have shocked him before the war. Take no prisoners. Show no mercy. Use any method necessary to win. Jake looked at the pictures of destroyed human cities on his desk. He thought about all the friends he had lost. He thought about the families torn apart by alien weapons. "Yes, sir," he said into his radio. "I understand the orders completely." The war was changing. Humans were not just defending themselves anymore. They were becoming something new. Something dangerous. Something that would make the aliens very sorry they had ever attacked Earth. The fire of human rage was awakening, and it would burn brighter than any alien weapon. The Zephyrian High Command had expected easy victory on Earth. They thought humans were weak creatures who would give up quickly. But now their soldiers were dying in ways they had never seen before. The humans had become something terrifying. Major Kate Williams was known for her creative thinking. Before the war, she designed computer programs. Now she designed death. She took old airplanes and filled them with explosives. Then she flew these flying bombs straight into alien bases. Her first target was an alien command center in what used to be Miami. The aliens had built their base on top of a destroyed human hospital. Kate felt no sadness about destroying the hospital completely. The aliens had already killed everyone inside. She flew her explosive plane straight into the building. The explosion was so big that alien ships 5 miles away felt the ground shake. The entire command center disappeared in flames. Every alien inside died instantly. Other human pilots started copying Kate's methods. They called these attacks Williams runs after her. Soon, alien bases all over the world were being destroyed by flying bombs. The aliens began to fear the sound of human aircraft. Dr. Amanda Fox had been busy creating new weapons. But these were not normal weapons. She had learned to make diseases that would only kill aliens. These biological weapons were invisible and deadly. The alien immune system cannot fight these germs, she explained to General Hayes. We can spread them through their water supplies and air systems. General Hayes nodded. Before the war, he would have said no to biological weapons. They were banned by human law. But human law meant nothing when the human race was about to die out. Do it, he said. The first test was in occupied Paris. Dr. Fox's team poisoned the water supply that the aliens used for their base. Within 3 days, every alien in the city was dead. But the humans who lived there were perfectly safe. The disease spread to other alien bases through their own supply ships. Soon, alien soldiers all over Europe were dying from mysterious illnesses. The aliens did not understand what was happening to them. Captain Steve Miller had become something different from the pilot he used to be. He no longer tried to avoid death. Instead, he welcomed it as a weapon. His new tactic was simple. When his plane was damaged, he would fly it directly into alien ships. If I'm going to die anyway, he told his squadron, I'm taking some aliens with me. His method worked too well. Steve destroyed 3 alien destroyers by crashing his damaged fighter jets into them. Other pilots started doing the same thing. The aliens had never fought an enemy that treated their own lives as weapons. The psychological effect was enormous. Alien soldiers began to fear humans more than death itself. They started to retreat from battles they should have won easily. Some alien units refused to fight humans at all. Colonel Rick Turner had opened up all the secret weapons that Earth had been hiding. Nuclear bombs, chemical weapons, experimental technologies that had been banned for decades. Nothing was forbidden anymore. We are fighting for our species, he told his staff. Use everything we have. The first nuclear attack came when a group of alien ships landed in the Nevada desert. Instead of sending soldiers to fight them, Colonel Turner simply dropped a nuclear bomb on them. The entire alien fleet was vaporized in seconds. The aliens sent a message demanding that humans stop using nuclear weapons. Colonel Turner sent back a video of himself standing next to a pile of nuclear bombs. Come and stop us, he said into the camera. But the most frightening change in human warfare came from ordinary people. Civilians who had lost everything began joining the fight in ways that shocked even the military. In Detroit, factory worker Bob Davis built bombs in his garage. He gave them to children who could sneak past alien guards. These child bombers would walk up to alien soldiers and explode themselves. The aliens never suspected children would be weapons. In Houston, teacher Mary Smith organized housewives into poison squads. They would pretend to be friendly to alien soldiers and offer them food. The food was full of deadly chemicals. Hundreds of aliens died from eating poisoned meals. The aliens tried to protect themselves by avoiding all contact with humans, but this made it impossible for them to control the human population. The occupation was failing because the occupiers were too afraid of their prisoners. Lieutenant Sarah Price had been captured by aliens 3 months ago. They took her to a prison camp where they experimented on human prisoners. She saw things that made her want to die rather than live with the memories. But Sarah did not die. She escaped and brought back video evidence of what the aliens were doing to captured humans. The footage showed aliens cutting open live humans to study their organs. It showed aliens testing diseases on human children. It showed mass graves full of human bodies. When this video was broadcast on Earth's remaining communication networks, something snapped in the human mind. The last traces of mercy disappeared completely. General Peter Hayes issued what became known as the Death Order. From now on, no alien prisoners would be taken. No alien requests for surrender would be accepted. Any human who showed mercy to an alien would be court-martialed. They want to study us like laboratory animals, General Hayes said in his announcement, so we will treat them like the animals they are. The change in human behavior was immediate and total. Alien soldiers who tried to surrender were shot on sight. Wounded aliens were finished off instead of being given medical help. Alien civilians found on Earth were killed regardless of whether they had been involved in fighting. Commander Jake Morrison led a raid on an alien research facility in California. His soldiers found hundreds of human test subjects in cages. Most were still alive but horribly mutilated. The aliens had been using them for medical experiments. Jake's soldiers freed the human prisoners and then turned their attention to the alien scientists. What happened next was too horrible to describe in detail. The aliens begged for mercy in their strange language. The humans gave them exactly the same mercy that had been shown to the human test subjects. None. The war had changed both sides, but it had changed humans more. The aliens had always been cruel conquerors, but humans had become something new. They had become a species that understood revenge as an art form. The aliens began to realize they had made a terrible mistake. They had thought they were conquering a weak species. Instead, they had awakened something that would haunt their nightmares forever. The Galactic Council had ruled the galaxy for 1,000 years. They thought they knew everything about war and peace. But the reports coming from the Sol system made them question everything they believed. Ambassador Lisa Grant stood in front of the council chamber again, but this time she was not begging for help. This time she was giving a warning. Her clothes were clean and her voice was calm, but her eyes were cold as ice. "The Zephyrian Empire asked you to stop us," she said to the assembled aliens. "But you need to understand something. We don't want to be stopped anymore." She activated a holographic display that showed the Sol system. The alien delegates gasped when they saw what had happened. Where once there had been hundreds of Zephyrian ships, now there was only empty space filled with debris. "In 6 months, we have completely destroyed the Zephyrian invasion force," Lisa continued. "Every ship, every soldier, every base, all gone." General Vexthal, the Zephyrian representative, stood up with shaking legs. His species had conquered 50 worlds before Earth. They had never lost a war. Now his empire was begging other aliens for protection. "They are monsters," he shouted. "They don't follow any rules of war. They kill prisoners. They use forbidden weapons. They fight like wild animals." Lisa smiled, but it was not a friendly smile. "You started this war by trying to exterminate my species. Did you expect us to fight fairly?" She showed more images to the council. They showed human cities rebuilt and stronger than before. They showed new human ships in space, ships that looked nothing like the old human designs. These new ships were built using captured alien technology, but improved with human creativity. Captain Jenny Walsh commanded one of these new ships. It was called the Earth's Revenge, and it was hunting down the last Zephyrian ships trying to escape the Sol system. Her ship was twice as fast as anything the aliens had built. "Captain," her communications officer said, "we have 3 Zephyrian ships trying to reach the jump point." "Destroy them," Jenny said without emotion. "No survivors." Her ship's weapons were based on Dr. Amanda Fox's research, but they had been improved far beyond the original design. The energy beams cut through alien shields like they were made of paper. The 3 Zephyrian ships exploded one after another. Commander Jake Morrison led the final assault on the last Zephyrian base on Earth's moon. His soldiers moved through the alien tunnels like death itself. They had learned to fight in ways that made veteran alien soldiers run in terror. The aliens in the base tried to surrender. They dropped their weapons and raised their hands. But Jake's soldiers remembered the human test subjects they had found. They remembered the mass graves. They remembered the children who had been used for experiments. "No prisoners," Jake said quietly. The battle was over in 30 minutes. Not a single alien survived. Dr. Amanda Fox had become the most feared human in the galaxy, though most aliens did not know her name. Her biological weapons had spread to every Zephyrian world. The alien empire was dying from diseases that their doctors could not cure. But she was not finished. She had been studying other alien species too, the ones who had refused to help Earth when the invasion began. She had learned how to make weapons that could kill any alien race in the galaxy. "We now have the power to exterminate any species that threatens us," she reported to General Hayes, "and we have the delivery systems to reach every world in the galaxy." General Hayes looked at the list of biological weapons she had created. Diseases for every major alien species. Weapons that could kill billions of aliens in a matter of weeks. The power to end entire civilizations. "Good," he said. Make sure the Galactic Council knows what we can do. Back in the council chamber, Lisa Grant was finishing her presentation. She had shown the aliens exactly what humanity was capable of. The silence in the room was complete. Even the translator machines seemed afraid to make noise. The Zephyrian Empire no longer exists, Lisa said. We have hunted down every ship, every soldier, every colonist. Their homeworld is a dead rock poisoned with our biological weapons. Their species is extinct. The alien delegates looked at each other with fear in their eyes. An entire galactic empire had been wiped out in 6 months by a species they had considered primitive. But we are not finished, Lisa continued. We know which species supported the Zephyrians. We know which ones sold them weapons. We know which ones gave them information about human weaknesses. She pointed at several alien delegates. The Altarian Republic provided the Zephyrians with detailed scans of Earth's defenses. The Cathari Confederacy sold them the weapons they used to destroy our cities. The Vorthak Empire gave them maps of human population centers. The accused alien started to speak, but Lisa held up her hand. We have decided that these species are also threats to human survival, she said. Therefore, they will be eliminated. The council chamber erupted in shocked voices. Aliens were shouting in dozens of different languages. Some were demanding that Lisa be arrested. Others were calling for immediate military action against Earth. But Lisa just stood there calmly, waiting for them to quiet down. You can try to fight us, she said when the noise stopped. But you should know that we have improved alien technology far beyond its original capabilities. Our ships are faster and stronger than anything you have. Our weapons can destroy planets. Our biological agents can kill entire species. She activated one more holographic display. It showed human ships leaving the Sol system and heading toward alien worlds. Dozens of ships, hundreds of ships, all armed with weapons that could end civilizations. The age of alien dominance is over, Lisa said. Humanity has learned to wage total war. We have learned that mercy is weakness. We have learned that the only way to ensure our survival is to eliminate all threats completely. Colonel Rick Turner's voice came through the communication system from Earth. The first target will be the Altarian homeworld. We will arrive in 72 hours. Any species that tries to interfere will be added to our target list. The Galactic Council had maintained peace for 1,000 years through careful diplomacy and measured responses. They had rules about war. They had treaties about the treatment of prisoners. They had agreements about protecting civilian populations. But none of those rules meant anything to humanity anymore. Humans had been pushed beyond the breaking point, and they had emerged as something the galaxy had never seen before. A species that treated war as an art form and extermination as a science. The aliens finally understood what they had created when they allowed the Zephyrians to attack Earth. They had awakened something that would change the galaxy forever. Something that would haunt their dreams until the end of time. Humanity had learned to be the monsters that even monsters feared.